Alright, so let's have a little bit of fun in this one. So as we all know, we now have another wave frame in the game with chain reaction. The Tusk of the Boar released yesterday, and we did a full video on it talking about it, if you do want to go ahead and check that out. However, when new weapons get put into the game, the question is always asked, how do they compare to what we already have? Now, first and foremost, you can just run both of these weapons at the same time if you really wanted to, but for the sake of capitalizing on some of the hype, we're gonna do it anyways. Now, of course, before the Tusk of the Boar was released in the game, the Soul King, I didn't even mean to do a reference there, I ain't gonna lie, best in slot wave frame in the entire game was Forbearance. We called it Building a Gun for a reason, because it was just that darn good. As we know, Forbearance is so good that they are bringing it to all players free to play with Into the Light, one of 2 raid weapons that are already in the game with craftable patterns that made it into the Brave arsenal that we are going to be getting with Into the Light. Let me just say that if you are somehow a person who has a really good Tusk of the Boar, but no Forbearance, my guy, get it when Into the Light drops. So as we all know, the main perk that separates these 2 wave frames from all the other ones in the game is the Soul Conspirator, the standout, the grand stander for perks on a wave frame, chain reaction. But let's talk about what makes these weapons special in their own right. We'll start off with the GO, Forbearance. The main thing that makes Forbearance outside of chain reaction, since Tusk of the Boar has it, we can't use that to one up the other wave frames like we previously could, but we all know Forbearance is king for a reason. First off, before we talk about the third column of perks, I have to iterate how insane the origin trait for both Forbearances at this matter truly can be. For the Vow the Disciple version, the Soul Drinker origin trait is an absolute, seriously, the perfect origin trait for a wave frame, especially this one, as this allows you to gain health based on the number of hits before reloading, and you are able to really feel its power on this weapon, especially because it's a wave frame. And what do you do consistently with a wave frame? You shoot and reload it. It's just honestly kind of insane how good this combo is. It is so good. Soul Drinker really pushes Forbearance into that S++ tier of weapons. Not to mention, the new Into the Light version is going to have a pseudo demolitionist on it. And on top of that, the new Into the Light version of Forbearance is going to be able to roll with demolitionist as well. You're going to be printing grenade energy with the Into the Light Forbearance. Get ready for that. In the Vow the Disciple version, it's not going to get power crept. It just has its own rival, aka a clone of itself. The big things for the Vow the Disciple version in column 3 are Ambitious Assassin, and some people really like Unrelenting, but I like Ambitious Assassin more. The reason why is because if you get 1 defeat, get rid of just 1 ad with your 1 Forbearance shot, you're going to double your mag with Ambitious Assassin every single time. You're just gonna put 2 it, which is just insane. Ambitious Chain Reaction is a monster combo for a reason. If you want to go full survivability, you just go Unrelenting, but Soul Drinker has that for you with its origin trait. It's just covered there. It's insane. It's really good. We know this. That's what makes Forbearance so darn strong. And the Into the Light version is gonna have Demolitionist in the 3rd column now, on top of pseudo demolitionist with this origin trait. Like, okay, it's just that good of a weapon, point blank. So when we're talking about the Tusk of the Boar going against something like the Forbearance, there's a reason why it's got a hard uphill battle to fight. Luckily, it does have chain reaction, but its origin trait, field tested, or Skull King Wolf, come on. Field tested, that's not better than Soul Drinker, or the new Into the Light origin trait for that matter. Are you gonna tell me that Inline Action, Envious Assassin, Slideways, Pulse Monitor are better than Ambitious Assassin on a wave frame? You might try, but I ain't gonna listen. I'm kidding. I'll listen, but I'm probably still gonna say, nah, Ambitious all the way, all day, every day. I didn't mention Slice because Slice low-key might cook. It might cook in some higher end content, because in any on-level content, you're just gonna, one-shot anything you're really shooting at with a wave frame anyways, so Slice isn't gonna get literally any use. It's just gonna be a wasted slot at that point, but it might be useful in higher end content where you can't just one-shot everything with your wave frame. But I'm still not gonna say that it's better than something like Ambitious Assassin for a wave frame. No way. So with that being said, Forbearance versus Tusk of the Boar, come on, man, you know darn well Forbearance is gonna take the dub on that. But at the end of the day, that doesn't even matter, because you can run them both at the same time anyways if you really wanted to. Maybe you're doing a silly fun challenge like wave frames only versus Nezarec or something. I don't know. Oh my Regardless though, fellas, the fact that we do now have a weight frame in each slot able to roll with chain reaction is a huge dub, and I would highly recommend still getting a Tusk of the Boar with chain reaction. Dude, Tusk of the Boar, the fact that it's in the kinetic slot is just so useful, man. I just want to come across like I'm dropping a 70 steamer on the Tusk of the Boar, because the Tusk of the Boar is a really good weapon. It's just that Forbearance is building a gun for a reason, you know what I mean? If you are farming Iron Banner still for your Tusk of the Boar, it is the second day of the week, and the drop rates are pretty horrendous in there. Keep going. It's gonna be worth it. Let me know down in the comments, out of these two wayframes, which one you think is better. It's Forbearance, let's be real. And remember, if you always want to get your games and DLC for a cheaper price, make sure to hit up Instant Gaming, the top link in the description, along with their free monthly game giveaway that they do every single month. Into the Light drops in less than 1 week. I'm super excited. Hope you guys are as well. Thank you for watching the video. You guys be safe, take care, consider subscribing. See your beautiful faces in the next one. Adios.